In the growing city of Lakeway, intermixed within these houses, there's a preserve of sorts called Chaetura Canyon.
Just watch your footing.
We can see the swifts a little bit, but it's a little closed in here. We'll get to see some good swift activity at the house tonight.
And here, there's a patio party about to get underway.
We work hard all week, and then when we have folks out like this is what we do for fun. So appreciate you coming out.
This is Paul.
There's a mated pair.
And Georgeanne's place.
They'll crisscross.
And these folks are here to see some Chimney Swifts.
Their numbers are declining dramatically. They're down by probably 50–60% since the 60s here in the United States and Canada. They're on the threatened and endangered list. They've lost 90% of their Chimney Swift population.
This is now our standard Chimney Swift structure.
For these two, the birds are more than a fleeting hobby. They've been their life's passion.
Swifts need all the help they can get.
They do.
They're Swift saviors.
They're very unique, very beneficial, and they're in very serious decline, mainly because of loss of habitat.
It was back in the 80s when these two met their first Chimney Swifts.
We pretty much have dedicated our lives to the little black birds that stole our heart. We had no idea what a Chimney Swift was until we were presented one in a rehabilitation situation.
He's 2 days of age, and a lady found him crawling across her carpet.
We had incubators and interim housing and then flight conditioning cages and whatnot. And we took care of over 1,200 baby Chimney Swifts over the 19 years that we did wildlife rehabilitation. There's something in your heart that makes you want to help one when you see it injured or when you get a call from someone who has an injured bird. And I suppose the big payoff is when you take a bird, take it outside, and open up your hands, it flies off. It's like magic.
Chimney Swifts are quite unique. Unable to perch or stand upright, they rely on a certain type of habitat that's disappearing rapidly.
Historically, they roosted in large hollow trees, and those are not allowed to stand anymore. They then moved into brick chimneys, but now most of those are aging, and many are being capped or torn down. So we went on a journey attempting to create habitat for these birds.
The habitat, their own take on a swift-friendly chimney.
So what we do is we cut these 2x2-inch treated wood cleats, and we've got a nice, almost 2-inch wide piece that we can attach the top or the bottom to. You want to make sure that you really line it up. Taking the time to design one that was relatively easy to build in kind of a kit form has worked out very well.
And these two seem to work well together too.
We've been married for 49 years, believe it or not.
Yeah, we're a good team. Georgeanne really knows where to step in when I need an extra hand.
Too much?
Last one. It just fits together like a tongue and groove. Coming down, coming down. Great. The perfect home for Chimney Swifts. Nice, rough surface, little grooves for them to hold on to attach their nest. Yeah, basically anybody that can use a few power tools and read a tape measure can build one of these Chimney Swift towers, and just one structure can make a real big difference in the breeding success of the birds.
I think all three of these have nest links in them.
I think so too.
These two have been working on Swift towers for quite some time.
Yes, every year we've learned something new.
We figured if we could come up with something that homeowners could build, then we could increase the habitat. And so we tried one thing, then another, different materials.
And this is their final design.
The outside is a hardy plank that's smooth, so no predators can climb it. The vent up there allows air to circulate through the outside of the tower, keeping it even cooler. There's babies in there. We are so happy we were able to come up with a structure that actually benefits the species and that other people are really jumping on the bandwagon to help the birds.
Okay, we need to dig a little more out of this corner.
Square this up a little bit. That might be okay, Andy.
Landowner and conservationist Andy Sansom
Can you stand her up?
is all in on Chimney Swift towers.
We're a good team.
We just keep building towers so we can get them out here.
This will be the third on his property.
With each of the projects, we have become more and more involved in the actual construction.
This little wire twister cuts a lot of time out. Crank it like that.
Oh.
There you go. That's it. That's the idea.
I feel privileged that they've increasingly trusted me enough to let me participate in the project itself.
Come on, man. There we go.
I learned a new skill today, or at least half learned.
Yeah, lots more water. I think that's going to do it.
Yeah.
They're halfway home. Humans helping out their feathered friends. It's worked before.
People can actually be credited with the recovery and the return of bluebirds. It's not unreasonable to think that if enough chimney swift towers are built, that the chimney swift towers themselves could be just like the bluebird houses or the purple martin gourds that people put up. Just a real full court press in conservation on behalf of this particular species.
Okay.
That's the hardest part of the tower's construction there, just being on top of the ladder with that big old section up there.
Paul and I have built so many towers together, we very seldom even speak while we're constructing. Kind of a dance.
That's it. We're in. I'm always so glad when that's over. But now it's a piece of cake. Everything's pre-cut, ready to put up. From this point forward, it'll go pretty quick. I'll keep going up with the insulation on top of where Georgiana's been.
It helps. It's to keep it cooler.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks good.
Great. We've kind of lost track of how many of these we've done. We've done so many. It's over 100 and probably close to 200.
I don't know that you could identify any individuals who have done so much for an individual species than Paul and Georgeanne. And I'm talking about across the board in wildlife conservation. So it was really special.
That's it. Okay. Done.
We're already beginning to think about where we're going to put the next one.
Back at Chaetura Canyon,
they're circling around and faking us out.
the patio party is in full swing.
So when we have folks come out in the evenings to watch the swifts go into the towers, oh, it's so exciting.
Oh, here we go.
It's a mated pair. I think they're feeding.
The food they eat is insects, mosquitoes, gnats, flies, all the things that we swat at and don't want to have around. That's a delicacy to them. That's what they survive on.
Very cool. Here we go. Oh! There it is.
It's hard to get someone interested in something that's so ephemeral and in the sky all day.
Oh, beautiful.
Until they actually see them.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
So education is the key.
I really didn't know much about chimney swifts before tonight. We have purple martins in our front yard, but I wasn't really aware that chimney swifts are very similar in that way. So see if maybe we can get a chimney out in our backyard too.
This is another design.
So, for these swift saviors, mission accomplished.
We love the birds so much, we want everybody else to care about them the way we do, so that we can have them protected. The more people we can care about them, the better off they're going to be, and the better their chances are in the future.